Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your lives. Today we're talking about how you can use AI to generate strong passwords. I think that probably should have been in the title card, but strong is important when it comes to passwords. And why would you want to use AI to generate passwords for you? Well, it's our human nature to get frustrated with passwords and even passphrases. The challenge is that when we create passwords, we normally draw things that we can A, remember, and B, that are close to us, meaning that we're going to use dates, people's names, and other things that are familiar so that we can quickly generate a password and hope to keep our online accounts safe and secure. Well, the challenge is it's better to rely on AI to create stronger passwords so that way you don't fall victim of creating the same old weak passwords you've been generating for years. If you create weak passwords for your online accounts, it makes you susceptible to cyber criminals who either A, can guess your easily created password, and B, you have to remember that you're always generating or always need to create new passwords. So why go through that difficult process of trying to come up with them on your own? Use AI and it will be a lot easier and simple for you to come up with passwords. So let's look at some tools that can definitely help you utilize AI to create strong passwords. So one of the first things that we want to start with is Copilot or Bing Chat. And let's take a look at that. So here is Copilot, which is the new Bing Chat by Microsoft. Copilot can be brought up easily on your computer by hitting the Windows key, holding down the Windows key, and hitting the C key on your keyboard, and it'll bring up Copilot. Also, you can just go to bing.com from your favorite browser and make sure you're logged into your Microsoft account. So for a password prompt, we're going to use the same one for all of the AI tools, but it's pretty simple. You want to make sure that you put your prompt starting off what I was hoping you could act as my cybersecurity expert, and then ask, can you generate 5 strong passwords or whatever the number is for my online accounts? And then the parameters that you need to make with every password is need to be at least 8 characters, have a combination of letters, numbers, and special characters, and maybe we'll add a capital letter, but let's not worry about that for now. Let's go to Bing or Copilot, tell it to go, and let's see what response we get. And here we are. There's your passwords, and they are coming out. And unfortunately, in most instances, well, they're random, number one. Number two, they're a little bit harder to guess, which is what you want. But one of the things that you want to do with your passwords are to save them to a password manager, like one built in your favorite browser. That way you don't have to remember all those difficult to remember passwords. So let's take another look at good old ChatGPT. And we're going to switch screens. There's ChatGPT. We're going to use the same prompt. Hoping you can act as my cybersecurity expert. And there's Grammarly suggesting words, but you should know that AI is going to know what to do. So let's go ahead and send a message to ChatGPT, and it brings up a list of passwords. And as you can see, based on the AI tool, they're going to be different. And they give you tips on what you need to do as far as making sure that you aren't using the same passwords for your online accounts. Now, let's take a look at Google's Bard and use the same prompt. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and enter our prompt by copying and pasting. Maybe we add, I also need a capital letter or two. Once we hit our submit our prompt, Bard is going to bring up some passwords for us. As you can see, Bard, along with Bing Chat, are a little slower, but oh no. As you can see, Bard is not able to help with that. Let's see, type in, can you create a strong password? And we'll wait and see if Bard is able to do it. It gives us tips on what you can do, but as you can see with your prompt per AI tool, you may have to change it. And I put, can you put a strong or create a strong password? But what it did is created samples of strong passwords. And those are almost like passphrases. But if you run into the difficulty of your AI tool not generating passwords, there's several other websites that you can go to that will generate passwords for you just by moving a lever, or it will just bring them up on screen. So let's take a look at those. So one of the first ones is a website called AIPasswordGenerator.co. It's a good utility, as you can see. Rather than having to type in what you want, you just fill in the blanks. So you can say, I want a password that's 8 letters, or let's go with 10. So we want to include uppercase letters. There we go. Include lowercase, uppercase, numbers, symbols, and then what we can do is hit generate a password. After a few seconds, there's our generated password. Now to make life simpler for you, you can just copy this to the clipboard, and then when you go in and change passwords for your online accounts, you can just do a simple copy and paste into your online tool, I shouldn't say tool, your online website, in order for it to generate a password for you. Now, another website that you can use is, let me get rid of this, some of the more popular websites, like say McAfee. You don't have to use their AI, or not AI, their antivirus software to create a password. But what you can do, again, is you can say how long you want your password to be, generate it to however many characters you want, and as you can see, it will generate passwords for you. Now you can even go with McAfee and say, well, I don't want a password with numbers, or I don't want with special characters. So you can modify it however you want. If you click copy, it's going to copy it to your clipboard of your Windows, Macintosh computer, or even your smart device, or you can, and it'll give you an indicator of your password length, if it's strong, weak, good. So it helps you get a good gauge on what you should strive for as far as a password is concerned. Now, if you want to generate a new password, simply click on the little circly thing or the recycle link, and it'll keep recycling passwords for you. So if you're in the process of creating passwords, very simple to just hit the circle, or not the circle, we'll just call it the refresh button, and it will generate a new password for you. Pretty simple process, because again, with all the online accounts that we have, it can be very difficult to go through the process of creating passwords for multiple accounts. But AI password generators can definitely help you in that sense as far as creating passwords. Now, the next popular one would be from Avast. So Avast, again, you don't have to use their antivirus, but they do have a random password generator that will help you create strong passwords. So again, like McAfee's, you can choose how many characters you want, 10, 15, you can do all the way up to 47 or more. You can add a special character, tells you if it's very strong. It depends on you what you want to create. So you can copy and paste the password, put it into your online account password search bar, or blank, or what am I trying to say? Put it in where you put your password, and then just go through the process of going back to Avast and making sure that you keep generating passwords. Now, another tool that you can use would be Dashlane's password generator. And Dashlane is actually a password keeper site. So Dashlane is pretty simple. You can go to dashlane.com/features and /password generator. Now, Dashlane, same process. You can change your length of password. 8 is fairly strong. The more characters, obviously, the better you're going to be. And then you can add what you want in your password. Similar characters, maybe not, but digits, letters, you've got it. You can copy the password, put it into your online account, and then you can regenerate a password, and it'll just keep going on as far as your passwords are concerned. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, one of the things I always recommend people to do is to, rather than using a password, you're going to use a passphrase. And there is a website called useapassphrase.com that we're going to visit, and I'll show you how you can generate a passphrase. Now, a passphrase are two unrelated words that create a strong password. Now, the ones that you saw generated before are passphrases that you can, are passwords that are strong because they use a combination of letters and numbers and special characters. Now, if you want to take a little bit more control of creating your passwords, you can definitely utilize a passphrase. So going to the website useapassphrase.com, you can have it generate a passphrase for you. Now, keep in mind with use a passphrase, it's going to bring up 4 words to create a password. But what you can do to modify it is you can take 2 words out of the passphrase, such as gigabit or gigabyte mandate, or swell mandate, or 4-year mandate, but you get the picture. But you can also personalize it by adding your own series of numbers or letters out of a passphrase, and you can generate new passphrases in order to get passphrase that are a little bit more personalized. And passphrase are as strong, if not stronger, than just your standard password or password generator. So keep that in mind and understand that a passphrase will work for you. Now, one thing that I've never done, and we're going to try it with Copilot, is let's go back to Copilot and type in, can you create 5 passphrases for my online passwords? And we're going to quickly submit our prompt and see what we get. And there you go. As you can see, you don't have to put in a strong prompt for a passphrase, but let AI do this stuff for you. And it gives you notes, randomly generated, but it's telling you as a reminder, use passphrases for different accounts. One last thing we're going to do, let's go to ChatGPT, see if we're able to get passphrases for that account. So there you go, example of passphrases. And finally, let's go to Bard, which did not help the last time. So finding our mouse, we're going to paste, and we're going to see what happens with Bard. And Bard is not going to generate specific passphrases. However, it's giving you tips on how to create a passphrase. So in essence, Bard is creating passphrases for us. So with that in mind, I hope that helps you with how you can create passwords and passphrases using AI and some of the other online tools on the internet. If you have a question about generating passwords or passphrases, leave a comment in the comment section below. Love to help you out and make sure that you're keeping your online accounts secure. With every video, make sure that you like it, share it, and comment so that I can help generate content that is going to be beneficial for you. Now, my goal with every video is to help everyone with the challenges they experience with technology at home and at work. I love all technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So do so take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. For some reason I couldn't remember that phrase. Everyone, thanks for watching.